Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधारा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रीला गुरुदेव की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. This is Chinmay Vrajpriya Devi Dasi, welcoming each one of you to our Bhakti Sangha mid-morning session. May we know who all have joined today so that we can greet you.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Danvat Pranams or glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharajas and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirtida Sudri Dasi. Thank you, Mataji, for all your services. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Balavrinda.
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for encouraging each one of us in this forum. And thank you for all your classes. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Balavrinda.
Hari Bol Balavrinda, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Welcome, sweetie, welcome to the call. And thank you for all your participation. Thank you for being there all the time. Whenever you are free from school, you are in here. So thank you for that and welcome.
Hare Krishna, Chinmay Vrajpriya Mataji. Thank you so. This is Vrita Gandharvika Devi Dasi. Thank you so much for encouraging Vrinda Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol Vinita Gandharvika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all your services. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Chinmay Vrajpriya Mataji, Danvat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for encouraging each one of us. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna. Mataji, anybody wants to go ahead? We have a minute.
Hare Krishna, Chinmay Vrajpriya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Guranga ki jai, and all assembled devotees. This is Shivani from Ashwin. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shivani Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for all your services in Bhakti Sangha. And welcome, Mataji, to today's call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to our Bhakti Sangha mid-morning session. And we are continuing our Caitanya Bhagavata classes. And before that, I would like to read Srila Prabhupada's quote for today. The quote is, Yadi Varshe Maghera Shesha Danda Raja Punya Desha. This is the month of Magha. So, at the end of Magha, there is a little rain. Then, it is to be understood that the king of the country is very pious and blessed. This was said by His Divine Grace at Mayapur on January 20, 1976. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, Radhika, Kasturi, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. So thank you so much, Mataji, for giving your time and being here to glorify our most beautiful Supreme Lord. And Mataji will be talking on Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Khanda. Mataji is starting the 20th chapter today and she will read till 24th or 29th, Mataji. One second.
29.
Sorry, Mataji, I'm so sorry. 29 verses. Yes, Mataji, we are all eagerly waiting. Please take over, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Namo Om Vishnu Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parijana Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitamsya Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschayata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Kindly pardon me if my voice is a little. I don't know if you're able to hear me. First of all, is audio okay?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah.
Okay, so it's good. Okay, all right. So we can get started with today's verse, and it's a new chapter from Chaitanya Bhagavat. I first of all bow to the lotus feet of all the devotees here on the call so that I may be able to speak the right words at the right time of our Acharyas and Srila Prabhupada. Please bless me, dear devotees. So today I'm not well. Hopefully I carry it nicely, giving you all the nectar that you need. So I really pray that I'm able to do justice to this lecture. All right, let's get started, dear devotees. So Murari Gupta, it's one of the things that one of the characters of Chaitanya Bhagavat and Chaitanya Charitamrita, and to be able to understand the pastimes of Murari Gupta is definitely our benediction. And this chapter specifically focuses on the glories of Murari Gupta. And we'll be talking about some of his glories today, and then this will continue through, and you'll be learning more and more about Murari Gupta, how his devotion is, and how we can learn a lot from the pure devotees of the Lord. This is something that we will be, I think, as an ongoing thing. We are, again, it's all at the end of the day to build that faith, right? Shraddha is the most important thing, and we are all working hard so that we are able to build that Shraddha. Again, that Shraddha can be at different levels for different people. It could be Komal Shraddha, and Drida Shraddha is what we are all aiming for. Drida Shraddha, where you just don't care for anything but just Krishna. That day has to come where we just spend our life and soul just for activities of Krishna. Right now, if you were to take my life, I think I'm juggling between mostly material life and partly spiritual life. But the day should come where I'm fully engaged in the service of Krishna. And that is what is, I mean, where you're kind of dedicating yourself to Krishna all the time and his devotees. That is what is Drida Shraddha. And everything else, as a part of our everyday duties that we do, the material duties, of course, it is important, meaning, you have a family and it's important to keep it going. But when you get the mercy of pure Vaishnava, that is when you're able to practice Drida Shraddha. And we have so many pastimes, be it in Chaitanya Charitamrit or Chaitanya Bhagavat, illustrating the fact that there are glorious associates of the Lord's. And one such associate of the Lord is Murari Gupta. Lord Chaitanya, he proclaimed Gupt means hidden, and Murari is Krishna. Although Murari Gupta appears to be an ordinary householder, he has his wife, he has his family responsibilities, he has an occupation, he was an Ayurvedic doctor. Lord Chaitanya said that Murari is always secretly hidden within his heart. Therefore, we are calling him Murari Gupta. Of course, it's a common perception, right? Common people think, oh, yeah, he's a family man with an ordinary occupation. But he is one of the exalted devotees of the Lord. And anyone who's going to consider him as a common person, what is going to happen to him, dear devotees? They're going to make an offense and they're going to never please Krishna. Because he is such a compassionate, loving spirit that anyone who subject himself to Murari Gupta's compassion will forever be healed physically as well as spiritually. So it is very important, dear devotees, that we don't consider these exalted devotees of the Lord to be ordinary persons, right? Ordinary householders. Yeah, he's just like a householder like me. No, they're different. Again, we can see examples of devotees who've been householders, but again, that is just what do you see? That is just to say, set an example to the world, right? But in reality, they're always chanting the glories of the holy names of the Lord. But when we are engaged in material activities, it's impossible for us to remember Krishna all the time because we are not pure yet. But that is the goal for us. Even when we perform material activities, Krishna should always be in the center. And that day will come when we get the mercy of the Vaishnavas. If you look at Chaitanya Charitamrit, I'm just giving you an overview of who Murari Gupta is before we even delve into these verses. Because it's important to understand who is he, first of all, and what is his relationship with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu before we even delve into the pastimes of Chaitanya Bhagavat. Because we are starting the chapter today, I really want everybody to understand the glories. Yes, he's an exalted devotee. He's not a common family man. No. And then what about, again, Chaitanya Charitamrita? It describes about childhood pastimes of Lord Chaitanya with Murari Gupta. Murari Gupta's birthplace is Bengal Desh, just outside. I think, I have never been there, but it is called Bengal Desh. If somebody has, then maybe we could discuss, where he was born and things like that, his birthplace. If somebody has visited, I would definitely like them to share their views of what they experienced. And if you look at Gupta's parents, they were all distinguished doctors of Ayurvedic science. When he was a young boy, his family moved to Sri Navadvip near the banks of Ganga. Murari Gupta, if you look at him, he was several years older than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when the Lord was known as Nimai, one day Murari was walking with some of his students and colleagues, and Murari was explaining to them the Yoga Sutras. And Nimai was following right behind. If Murari would speak to Nimai, he would repeat the words in a very ridiculing manner. Nimai would imitate every emotion of Murari's arms, how he walks. He also would do in an exaggerated fashion. So all the friends around him would laugh. Murari Gupta, however, he became very annoyed because Nimai, he wouldn't stop doing this. He said, Nimai, what are you doing? What are you doing, Nimai? Nimai, you're supposed to be a very distinguished son of a learned Brahmana, and you're supposed to be sober. Nimai, you're supposed to be very sober, and why are you doing this? Murari Gupta, he was very disturbed. Right? Why couldn't you go somewhere else? And Nimai said, when you're taking your lunch, Prashad, I will make you see something wonderful. Like that, he said, and Nimai disappeared. Again, Murari Gupta was absorbed in his daily activities, forgot about this occasion, and then he went home, sat on the floor to take his lunch. He brought everything, right? Rice and other preparations. And when he started eating, Nimai appeared at the door. He was disguised. He dressed up in a very ornamented way. And he had a very costly silk garment, and his hair was tied in 3 knots in a very elegant way. He also had tulsi beads and pearls and ornaments hanging up on his chest. He cried out loudly, and he called out, Murari Gupta, Murari, Murari. Then Murari Gupta about what had happened earlier. He said, Nimai, why have you come? Um, I'm just here. Just go on with your prasad. Just carry on. Eat your prasad. I'm just here. Murari was eating his prasad, and Nimai slowly, came closer and closer. And suddenly Nimai passed urine in Murari Gupta's prasad. And Murari was shocked. He jumped up and said, What have you done, Nimai? What have you done? Are you not ashamed of yourself? Shame on you. What have you done? And Nimai started clapping his hands and dancing gleefully, called out, Yes, yes. Uh, you know, uh, again, he's come to teach us. If you want to attain Krishna, your love and devotion must be pure. This is the fact. It can be mixed with any sort of karma or jnana or any kind of fruitive activities. No desire for liberation also. Krishna is the most compassionate and he is the beautiful, attractive Lord and he is the lover of the gopis. And how he can be achieved? He can be achieved only through pure devotional service. And Murari Gupta, if you look at him, he did not mix up pure devotional service with his materialistic ambitions. It's like mixing Mahaprasad with urine, right? Then he disappeared. Murari was looking, who's this? It must have been Nimai. And he went into Jagannath Mishra's house, and there Nimai was on the lap of his mother and father, and they were kissing him and cuddling him with so much parental affection. And Murari Gupta, who was really a highly respected Ayurvedic doctor, even when he was young, he offered obeisances again and again to little Nimai on their lap. And they said, what are you doing? He has offense to you. You should be blessing our son. You should not be offering obeisances to our son, but instead you should bless him, Murari. Murari Gupta, he kind of replied, you don't know who your son is. And, he is the supreme Lord of the universe who has come to reveal the highest treasure of pure love. And you will, by Yogamaya potency of the Lord, even Murari Gupta, he forgot the supreme nature of Lord Chaitanya. It was covered so the pastime can be intimate and sweet. So this is the point. In most of Krishna's pastimes, because of the Yogamaya potency of the Lord, he wants it to be an intimate and sweet thing. And therefore, Lord covers it for his devotees and makes it really relishing. So this is the point, dear devotees. So many good memories of Nimai and Murari like this was going on in Navadvip. Years passed. Nimai was 16 years old. He was a student in the school of Gangadash Pandit. He's the best teacher of Navadvip. And Nimai, he was playing as the role of a Pandit. And he wanted to destroy the false pride of people who were arrogant due to their great learning. We all know Kunti Maharani's prayers, right? Kunti Maharani prays that too much wealth, too much knowledge, high education, high respectable position in the society, physical beauty, what it can do, it can make one proud. And this is the greatest disqualification of a spiritual life. That is false pride. How elegant it is in the eyes of God when a person has all these things and yet he remains humble and respectful to others. This is a very rare quality. Usually, along with material opulence, the false ego grows and grows and grows. And one thinks, oh yeah, you know what? I'm superior to all of us. And you feel, yes, I'm superior to others. And again, you start making offenses as a result of your superiority. And this offense is going to get you down and down and down in spiritual life. It happens time and again. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was a little boy, he was playing a part of a scholar just to crush the pride of the scholars. Because in those days, scholarships was greatest opulence, most attractive than even physical beauty, more attractive than political power, more attractive than athletic ability was knowledge. The sport of the time was scholarly debate. It had more interest to the citizens of Navadvip, like how cricket is happening in India, right? Maybe not in the US so much. Even my boys are crazy about cricket. So in those days, if you look at it, it was more of scholarship. So little Nimai used to cry out to everyone, all of you all call yourselves scholars, Bhattacharya and Mishras. It's just a hook. You have to, you have to understand the principle of grammar properly. He challenged anyone to defeat logic. Little Nimai had a power to defeat even Brahaspati, the teacher of the gods. No one could stand before him, although he was young. And Murari Gupta, being a very learned scholar himself, he would hear all the bragging of Nimai and just ignore him and carry on with the studies. But Nimai is not going to leave him. He said, Murari, you're a doctor. You're an Ayurvedic doctor. What are you doing? Studying grammar. Go home. You can't find anything in the books about mucus, bile, indigestion. Go home. Grammar is the pinnacle of knowledge. What qualification do you have? He said, Nimai, why are you so arrogant? Why are you challenging everyone, boasting out so loud? Have I not answered all of your questions? Go ahead and ask any question you like. I will answer you. Nimai said, what did you study, Murari? Just explain me. And he said, Nimai, according to Shastra, according to logic, just explain, how you understand things. And in this way, what would happen is the conversation would go on and on. And Murari Gupta's statement, he would say something and Murari would come back and defeat Lord's statement. There was just back and forth that was happening between Murari Gupta and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Murari Gupta was a great scholar and Chaitanya would be so pleased to see Murari's sincerity. It was just, the way he wants to understand Murari Gupta's love, and there was this back and forth that was just happening, so the Lord could understand Murari's sincerity. And when Lord touched Murari, he would feel the ecstasy of love of Godhead. And all the Ashtashatvika Vikaras would come where his hair would stand up and all of that. And Murari was thinking, who's this boy? He's not an ordinary boy. He's the most learned person in this planet. It is not possible for any human being to know what he knows. And whenever Nimai even touches his body, he was thrilled with ecstasy. Then he folded his arms and he would turn to Nimai. I'm your humble student. Please instruct me. And Nimai, affectionately, he would teach the principle of humility and danger of arrogance and pride by defeating all the scholars of Navadvip, including Digvijay Pandit Keshav Kashmiri. Like this, there were so many pastimes that are explained in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So today, without any further ado, we will get into today's verses and learn more about, what the verses for today are and understand what are some things that we can learn from today's verses. This was sort of an overview to understand what sort of relationship Murari and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were having even from childhood. Right? We have to set the scene before entering into the chapter. So let's dive into today's chapter, Madhya Khanda, and understand more so of what what all pastimes we have with both Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Murari Gupta. And dear devotees, we have to understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most merciful Lord. And we are so blessed that he has come in this age of Kali to give us the holy names Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This name has to be relished. And for that, this lifetime is not enough, of course. So the mercy of pure Vaishnavas will help us to understand how and what that pure chanting of holy name is. So let's all pray and let's all fall at the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu to understand what is that Prem Nam. And when we have Prem Nam, we don't have to care about what time it is. I'm getting late for work. No, you'll be immersed in the Nam that nothing else matters in this world. So that is how pure devotees are able to chant 1 lakh names, 2 lakh names, 3. It doesn't matter. They can keep chanting on and on even without drinking because they are relishing the nectar already. This is Amrit, and that is the essence of life and goal of life. And so let's all pray, dear devotees, that we also get the mercy of the Vaishnavas and we are able to progress more and more in devotional service. So before that, I mean, I'll get into the verses for today, but before that, I'll also sort of talk about what is coming ahead and what pastimes are we seeing. So now, as you all understand, Murari Gupta was slightly older than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they were classmates and intimate friends from early days of childhood. So after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned from Gaya and revealed his super excellent manifestation of divine love and began propagating the holy names, Murari Gupta, if you look at him, he's one of the finest disciples. He was a doctor, Ayurvedic doctor, as you all know. And it is important that, again, with this profession, one thing we have to note, right? Everybody has a profession. And Murari Gupta was an Ayurvedic doctor by profession. But because of such love he had for the Lord, it is explained that, see, this is very important, dear devotees. Please listen carefully, okay? Because of the love he had for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it is explained that whoever, right, whoever came to him with some sort of a medical issue, he would cure their bodies, their minds, and their souls. Again, how he is doing this? By giving proper medicines, he would do that. He would cure their bodies, of course. By giving them medicines, of course, he would definitely cure their body. By giving them so much care and affection, he would cure the pains of their minds. And by giving the name of Krishna, that is Harinam Sankirtan, he would cure the souls. This is how he was able to cure the body, mind, and soul. It's very interesting. I was deeply moved by this statement. Not everybody has that profession where they're able to cure people, not only people's body, but also their mind and soul, right? If you talk about mind and soul, I mean, in my profession, if I were to talk about mind and soul, it would be really impossible because we don't even understand what is mind, what is soul. People in this modern society, and not everybody are devotees, right? To get them to devotion, it's quite a task. But of course, our Murari Gupta was able to do that. So being in this profession, he was able to cure people's body, mind, and soul. It was a very interesting statement I came across, and I wanted to share this with you. Again, in this regard, Srila Prabhupada, he explains that there are so many hospitals, there are so many clinics, there are so many doctors with their private practices. The world does not know what the real disease is. That's the misfortune. And therefore, sorry, dear devotees, 1 minute. So despite um, uh, the civilization or advancement in civilization, the sufferings of the humanities are getting worse and worse. So what is the nature of Vaishnavas? Not just to give some relief to somebody. Everybody is doing that. There are millions of doctors in this world. There are thousands and hundreds of hospitals in this world. Murari Gupta, he understood the only purpose of this body is to self-realization. If I heal their bodies, but if I don't give them the purpose for which this body is for, then I have not done anything. That's his thinking. In fact, if we heal their bodies and if they utilize the body, first of all, the disease is due to bad karma. Okay, why somebody is getting diseased? Okay, they have to go through their karma. Due to the bad karma, they're going through a disease. They're just exhausting their bad karma in one sense, which is good. But if I'm going to fix their bodies, and if they are healthy and strong to perform more and more bad karma, what type of charity am I doing to people? What type of charity am I doing? Like the saying goes, you're giving a person enough rope to hang himself in the name of compassion. But Murari Gupta, he was such a doctor that after healing the bodies, what did he give? He gave them an understanding of what is your purpose of having this human body. It's not meant for sense gratification. It is not meant for economic development. It is meant for Krishna consciousness. It is meant to awaken one's original nature to love Krishna. And what is the disease that is preventing us from realizing this ecstatic mood of love within our own hearts? It is the disease of Maya. It is the ignorance. It is the illusion. Right? And what is the cure for the disease of Maya? It's Krishna. In the presence of Krishna, Maya cannot exist. Madhya Leela 22.31. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Antakhara. Yaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Ra Adhikara. Right? That's the point. If Krishna is there, there is no need for Maya. Maya will not be there when Krishna is there. Again, it's very simple, dear devotees, to say, oh, Krishna is there, Maya is not there. When we try to understand philosophy in practicality, how we are influenced by our moods every day. We judge people, we judge everybody around. Not a single person goes unjudged. Oh, you know what? This guy is this type of person, that guy is this type of person. But why don't we understand that we are working on the modes and that's why we are judging people? I'm probably in a mix of passion and tamoguna. That is why I'm acting in this way. How can I reach the sattva where I just mind my own business, where I just, where I'm trying to be aware of myself? Aware of yourself meaning looking at yourself as servant of Krishna, looking at yourself as a witnesser to the events that are happening in your life. How are you responding to situations? How am I reacting to each and every situation that comes across in my life? Am I doing the right thing at the right time? Or am I not doing anything that is not pleasing to Krishna? This is something we have to introspect and we have to start working on, dear devotees. Personally, trying myself to see how I can change and how I can improve over time. But that's definitely a reminder for us. Having learned so much philosophy, it's time for us to apply and, of course, elevate our consciousness. So every day we are improving, and the day will come that not a single day goes without you pleasing Krishna. The day will come. We should be hopeful for that. But we have to strive on our end to how our mind is, how our consciousness is, however tamasic or rajasic it is, try to bring it to sattva at least by remembering Krishna. Because Maya can't be there when Krishna is there. So let's try, dear devotees, sincerely and heart. Sincerely with earnest desire. And now we'll be seeing this in today's class, one of the pastimes, where the Lord reveals Nityananda's position in a dream. And this is something we'll be seeing in today's verse. I'll just give a gist of it before we delve into the verses for today. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, I have the medicine that will cure the disease of ignorance and suffering. And what is that medicine? It is the medicine of Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the only way a Vaishnava can find the fulfillment to the purpose of his life. If he is helping people to come out of the disease of ignorance, which is the cause for suffering. And Murari Gupta, if you look at him, he did not care for money. He never begged. He never accepted charity. And he would maintain himself and his family in a very simple way, in a responsible way, without depending on anybody else. And because of this great seva, he became very dear to the Supreme Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is explained that one time, Murari Gupta came to the place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu were sitting. Okay? Now understand, dear devotees. There's a scene here where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they are sitting. And Murari Gupta, he offered obeisances first to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then to Nityananda Prabhu. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of course, what did he do? He chastised him. He said, You're supposed to be respectful Brahmana. You have to set a proper example or etiquette for everyone. What is this, Murari? Why are you offering obeisances to me first? Why not Lord Nityananda Prabhu? Don't you understand the proper procedure, Murari? Murari replied, Lord, I'm doing what my heart is inspiring me to do. By your mercy. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, you know what? I'm going to reveal you the truth in this matter very soon. So that night, Murari Gupta was sleeping and he had a dream, a wonderful dream. And in that dream, he saw Lord Nityananda Prabhu. He was in his divine form as Balram with Anant Sesh over his head, holding the plough, walking with great prowess. And as he saw him walking, he saw Vishwambar. He saw Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu walking behind him. And then Vishwambar looked at Murari in this dream and said, can't you understand? He's my older brother. Balram, the etiquette must first always go to my older brother. Right? That's the etiquette. So the next day when Murari Gupta came to Mahaprabhu and both of them were sitting, what did he do? He first offered his obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu, not Nityananda. And then he offered obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy. He was happy. He bestowed such loving blessings and mercy upon Murari Gupta. He explained that Nityananda Prabhu is the original spiritual master, and unless one first loves him and serves him, one cannot approach me. And then Mahaprabhu embraced him. Dear devotees, 1 minute. My son has to attend a music class. I'm just so sorry. He, I think, has to be told about that. Just a minute, dear devotees. Sorry for the interruption.
Mataji comes back. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Sorry, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Yes. So this is one of the pastimes that we'll be relishing in today's class. Again, through Chaitanya Bhagavat, through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through Chaitanya Chaitamrit, we are learning so many things, dear devotees. Actually, it's not important for us to learn so many new concepts. Whatever we have, if we try to perfect on one little thing, that's good enough. That's what I felt. We already know so many things. All we have to do is just relish that pastime more and get it pronounced into our heart, so we are able to understand the intricacies of that pastime. And then, through that, we are able to do something to please Krishna by relishing it more and more and more and try to imbibing it in our personal lives. So this is something, as we learn these pastimes, it's not that, oh, I should know everything. Even what you know with what we have, if we try to deeply go into that pastime and relish that pastime and understand what is Lord trying to teach us through this pastime and just keep contemplating about it more and more, I think we can learn a lot, dear devotees. Because everybody has only little time within this material world where we have responsibilities. But if we slowly start incorporating that aspect of, yes, just contemplating a little bit about the Lord and trying to understand, yes, how he has this association with the Lord. How can I have this relationship with my spiritual master? How can I serve him with love? How can I serve him with devotion? How can I be in the loving association of all the devotees? All this is something that could be contemplated upon, so we can improve from wherever we are to a little bit and then little bit more and more. Everything can happen in a day, right? Slowly takes time for us to get that maturity, and then we'll try to build through it. Again, whenever I attend classes, it's not about preaching, dear devotees. It's just an instruction to myself. So if I'm saying something, it first applies to me, then to yourself. Okay. So now, And we'll also be looking into this pastime of Lord gets cured by Murari Gupta's remnants. If you look at it, he was so happy, right? And he was so ecstatic that he went home and he asked his wife, Murari Gupta, to make a nice offering for the Lord. And this offering to Krishna was an offering to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he made rice, and Murari Gupta took that rice and mixed it with huge quantities of ghee, pure ghee, and then with his hand, and he just put it in the air, saying, Krishna, Krishna, accept this offering. And with the own transcendental devotion, he would perceive Krishna as accepting this offering, and he would throw this rice on the floor. And then he would take more and more of the rice, mix it heavily with the ghee, and he would offer it to Krishna and throw it on the floor. And he would tell his wife, hey, just bring me more rice, bring me more rice. I need more rice. And she kept bringing more and more rice, and that is the rice soaked in ghee, and he would throw all over the floor in great ecstasy of love. Next morning, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he would come to his house of Murari Gupta and said, oh, Vaidya, oh, doctor, I'm feeling very sick. I have terrible indigestion. And as every doctor, he wanted to make a diagnosis of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, why are you so sick with indigestion? What did you eat yesterday that caused you to become sick? You're asking me, what did I eat? You're asking me, what did I eat? I ate all this rice you threw on the floor that was soaked with ghee. Very heavy ghee. And he said, you know that a devotee like you, whatever he offers me, it's a promise. I'm going to accept it. If you offer it with so much love, I will offer it no matter what. So I've eaten so much rice from the floor, and that has now put me into indigestion. But I understand the cure for this indigestion is to drink nice water. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the water pot that Murari Gupta personally drank from. This is the key point, right? What did he drink? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took the water pot that Murari Gupta would personally drink from. Imagine, dear devotees, who is he? He is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he is drinking the water of his devotee. This is a love. I don't think this love is possible in this material world. You won't believe. I think Krishna, he helps you to remember whatever is needed. Meaning, yesterday I had this incident where, in the morning, I was thinking about an devotee of the Lord. And I thought about her problem, meaning she had some sort of a deficiency with vitamins. I was wondering, why did Krishna make me remember this, that this devotee is deficient of vitamins? Why did she do that? And, and then finally I realized, oh my God, that is to help me understand that this devotee is need of a vitamin injection. And my Prabhuji is a physician himself. So he was offering that in the clinic. And I asked this devotee to come here and take that vitamin shot, which she was deficient of. She wouldn't have otherwise taken it because she didn't care about it. It was more so, she's a very, I would say, I am very inspired by that devotee. Just all the time she thinks about Krishna and nothing but Krishna. Such a devotee. And Krishna helped me to think about devotee and what sort of problem or an issue she was going through, and that she needed a vitamin. And immediately the same day yesterday, she got the vitamin injection. I don't know how she's feeling today, but I hope she feels better. What she was telling me was this vitamin injection, with this, I want to read more Chaitanya Charitamrita, more Krishna Katha. That's all I need this vitamin for. Nothing much. But this is the reason for why I need a vitamin. So, like this, dear devotees, Krishna helps you to remember certain things so you can act upon it. And you are acting as a cause or an instrument in his motives. That's what I realized. What is the mercy of Krishna? How he's instigating devotees to take care of devotees. It's Krishna's inspiration. And Murari Gupta, in his earlier pastime, we see it is the inspiration that's coming from you, my dear heart, my dear Lord. It's you who's providing me that inspiration. So that's important, dear devotees, to understand that we are just an instrument in the service of the Lord. Nothing more than that. So now, if you look at him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he took the water pot that Murari Gupta would personally drink from. This is your water pot. It's the nectarial, ambrosial remnants of my devotee that is going to cure my indigestion. And right in front of everyone, he drank the water. And Murari Gupta felt so, obviously Murari Gupta saw this and the love he had for Lord, such feelings he has towards his devotees. Murari Gupta felt. Because seeing this, he felt unconscious. What else can he do? You couldn't imagine the reciprocation the Lord can do for you if you are pure. That's a relationship that can be relished forever. That's why people who are in love of Krishna, they don't see anything far better to them. Nothing. No, not money, not relationships in this material world. Nothing. The relationship they have with Krishna is so pure, unadulterated. If you do something to Krishna with love, how much he does to you, something that is unfathomable, dear devotees. Unfathomable. I cannot understand it because I'm not there yet. I want to be there, but I'm not there yet. Devotees, one more minute. I'm so sorry.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Sorry,
Rama.
dear devotees. It's holiday here in the US and my son is home. So it's kind of sorry about that. Anyways, coming back to the point, so that's the mercy of the Lord. So he's been revealing all this to our Murari Gupta. Now let's get into today's set of verses and more so understand what we have seen. I've already described it to you. So all we are going to do is get an understanding of the verses for today. So we'll be going over verses from 1 to 29, dear devotees. All right, let's get into the verses for Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Kanta, 20th chapter, verse 1. Again, I'm not good when it comes to Hindi or Bengali. If I'm making mistakes, kindly pardon me. I'm trying my best. I know there are so many speakers who understand the word by word and everything. I'm not there yet. I hope I get the mercy of you devotees. So I'll be able to even talk about word by word meanings. But all I'm understanding is there is a verse and there is an English translation and then the commentary by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Okay, let's get into verses for today. जय जय गौरसिंह जय सची कुमारा जय सर्वतापहार चरण तुम्हारा. All glories to Gaurasimha, the son of Sachi. All glories to your lotus feet, which can take away all material miseries. Again, our commentary by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, the material miseries of living entities who take shelter at the lotus feet of Gaurasundara, whoever takes the lotus feet of Gaurasundara, they are all the material miseries. For those living entities, they are destroyed. The Gaurasundara does not encourage any form of mundane activities. He helps the living entities realize their constitutional position and thus delivers from all forms of material miseries. Material miseries, yes, a devotee of the Lord, he understands this will go away. This is nothing in front of Krishna. The misery that we should have or we should really feel, yes, this is a misery, is when you forget Krishna. That is the real misery, dear devotees. Nothing else is a misery. Everything will come and go. This world is temporary. And if we understand this one basic point, yeah, the only real misery is if we forget Krishna. That's the misery. Because you're doomed for life. You don't know what's the goal of life. You are falling down more and more when you forget Krishna. Because you're conquered more by Maya. You're conquered by ignorance. You're conquered by illusion. Really, that's a very pathetic situation for a devotee. Maybe you would have committed an offense. Don't know. But again, just pray hard. Or serve the devotees very hard so that you climb from where you are, being in illusion, to go to the lotus feet of Krishna. It takes a long effort for us to get to where we are in devotion. But as soon as we start making an aparadh, we fall down. That's when Maya comes. Yes, this is the time I have to be with you, my dear devotee. Let me be with you. Let me help you understand what is material misery, and you're torn by material mysteries. And you don't even have time. You forget Krishna in the process. That's the real misery. Okay? So let's be really aware of Krishna all the time and be very merciful to all the devotees or any human being for that matter. Let's try our best to be compassionate to all of them and never judge anybody. Next verse. Jaya Gadadhara Prananatha Mahashaya Kripakara Prabhu Yena Tuhe Manaraya. All glories to the life and soul of Gadadhar. O Lord, please bestow your mercy on me so that my mind be fixed on you. Our commentary by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, Sri Gadadhara Pandit Goswami fully engages in the service of Krishna and under the shelter of Mathura Rati or attachment in conjugal love. Sri Gaurasundara, who is not different from Rajendra Nandan, is the master of Sri Gadadhar's heartfelt endeavors. Here he is praising our Gadadhar Pandit. Okay? And he's asking the mercy, just shower my mercy on you so that my mind is always fixed on you, O my Lord. And and then next verse. Venamate Bhakta Goshti Thakura Dekiya Nache Gaye Khande Hase Prema Purna Haya. Of course, Nache Gaye, right? In this way, when the devotees, when they saw the Lord, what would they do? Nache Gaye. They would dance and they will sing or cry and then laugh in what? Ecstatic love. The word ecstatic love has to be felt to understand what that ecstasy of being in love with Godhead means. These devotees are purely fortunate. Mahaprabhu has showered such mercy on them that they are able to dance and sing and laugh and cry in ecstatic love. Next verse, that's fourth verse. एहि मते प्रतिदिने आशीष कौतुका भक्त संगे घोर चंद्र करे नाना रूपा. In this way, every day Gaurachandra, he would perform unlimited pastimes with his devotees. That's Lord's Leela, right? Be it Krishna Leela or be it Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. Every day, whatever the pastimes he has with his devotees, we have to relish and we have to be a part of the pastime to understand how the devotees felt, what they felt. This is the mercy. These stories are there to help us relish. And if we were there in that association, how would we have felt? That's something he's helping us to realize, right? I also want to be there in that position, in that pastime. How can I be, Lord? Give me some mercy. So let's work for that mercy and let's try to understand what is Dridha Shraddha. Right now, in this material world, everything seems beautiful, meaning we have a job, we have this, we have that. But again, slowly we have to unwind. And one of the devotees made me understand, you know what, Radhika? Why are you so hung up on these things? Why can't you take time off and go to the dhams, enjoy association with senior devotees of the Lord, and be able to engage yourself instead of just saying, yeah, I have not been to India for so many years. Just it's in your hands. And time has not come yet, devotees. I don't think I have got the mercy yet to be able to go just freely and be able to relish the dhams and wherever the pastimes have happened. I really want to have that fortune of going and visiting the dhams and being in the places where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Lord Krishna have performed their pastimes, but they have not come yet. I sincerely seek the blessing so I'm able to go to the dhams and relish the pastimes that we're talking about here. But again, yes, we have to unwind, and that also needs mercy. I think it's just so tightly woven. All the material duties are just so tight. It's just impossible to get it out. I'm trying. Let's see how successful I'm in the future years to come. But that's definitely, I think, more so I talk with many devotees. They say it's your desire. How sincere you are with your desire. Through that sincerity, Lord Krishna fulfills your desires. If I'm sincere, that day will definitely come. If I'm not, then that day is not going to come. Because Krishna, he understands the heart of devotees. Tamam prapatyanti tam stataiva bhajamya. So let's work on that desire too. The purification of desire is important. So let it be sincere, let it be heartfelt, let it be loving. Then that desire can be fulfilled by Lord Krishna. Fifth verse, dear devotees. एकदिन महाप्रभु नित्यानंद संगे श्रीनिवास ग्रहे वासी आचेना range. One day, Mahaprabhu, he was enjoying the association with Nityananda. Where? In the house of Srinivasa Grahevasi. In the house of Srivas. Okay. Next verse, 6 to 9. Aila Murari Gupta Hene Samoya Prabhura Charane Danda Paranamahaya. This is 6. Seshe Nityanandira Koriya Paranama Samuke Rahila Gupta Mahajyotirtama. Murari Guptera Prabhu Bada Suki Mane Aka Pate Murari Rekha Hene Apane. Yehi Karila Murari Nahaya Vyavahara Vyatikrama Kariya Karila Namaskara. So we saw 6 to 9 again. With the English translation, it says, at that time, Murari Gupta came there and offered obeisances to the lotus feet of the Lord. The great effulgent Murari Gupta, he then offered obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu and then stood before them. The Lord was pleased with Murari, so he spoke to him without duplicity. You know what, Murari? What you have done is not proper. You have transgressed the etiquette while offering obeisances. In the commentary, it says, commentary by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakura, it says, Murari Gupta offered obeisances first to the Lord, Gaurasundara, and then he offered obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu. Objecting to the sequence of Murari Gupta's obeisances, Mahaprabhu told him, you have a misconception regarding Baladev's senior position and my own junior position, especially since you are a devotee of Sri Balram. The conclusion is that if the Supreme Lord is worshipped without first worshipping Sri Guru, that is Jagat Guru, proper sequence is broken. One should not jump over the horse to eat the grass. Without the mercy of Sri Guru, no one is qualified to serve the Supreme Lord. A very important principle, dear devotees. Even when we are offering food, offering prasad, offering anything to the Lord, it's on behalf of our spiritual master we are doing those things. It's not that we have any qualification to do proper seva to Krishna directly. No way. No, we are not there yet. Again, Gaudiya Vaishnava principle over and over teaches us how to be the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. Nothing more than that. And the day we realize we are the servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord, that is the day of purification. Everything is taught to us in the form of philosophy. All we need to understand is how to apply it, because we forget sometimes, oh yeah, I'm offering prasad to the Lord. I'm offering. No, we are offering on behalf of our spiritual master. Spiritual master is the one who's offering it to the Lord. You are used as a servant. You are used as an instrument in the service of the Lord. Nothing but an instrument. Very important principle, dear devotees. That is what this verse teaches us. Very, very important principle. 10th verse for today, dear devotees. Hota tumi shikkaiba jena iha jane vyavahara hena dharma tumi lakakene. You're supposed to teach those who don't know these things. So why are you transgressing such principles by your own behavior? Why are you, Murari? Like that, the Lord is asking, why are you transgressing principles? People are supposed to learn from you and follow you. You're supposed to be an example. Why are you not teaching by your own example, Murari? Like that, the Lord is telling Murari. Murari balaya Prabhu jani bhake mote, more chitta tumi laicha enamate. Murari said, oh Lord, how will I know you? You induced me to act like that. How will I know? You're the one who inspires me in the heart. How will I know how to act if you don't inspire me in the heart? Then how can I act? This is Murari's reply. Prabhu bhale bhala bhala ajiv yaha ghare shakala jani bakali bhali bhatumare. The Lord said, all right, you go home now. I'll speak to you tomorrow. You'll understand everything. God is going to inspire him in his heart. He's going to come in his dream, right? That's what we saw. संभ्रमे चलीला गुप्त सभय हरीशे शयन करीला जिया अपनरवासे. Shayana is sleeping. So feeling both joyful and apprehensive, Murari Gupta, he departed. And then what did he do? He went home and then he took shine. That is rest. And then what is happening after that? After taking rest, this is the 14th verse that comes now. स्वप्ने देखे महाभागवतेर प्राण मालवशी नित्यानंद chale agu yana. Swapne deke. In the dream, he saw Maga Bhagavatera Pradhana. He saw Nityananda. He is what? He is the most exalted of all pure devotees. How did he dress? He dressed up as a wrestler coming towards him. Okay? The 15th verse. Nityananda Shiri deke Mahanaga Phana Hare deke Shrihala Mushalatanavana. He saw a great serpent spreading its hood over the head of Nityananda. What did he hold? Nityananda Prabhu, what did he hold? He holds a plow and a club in his hands. This is what he saw. Okay? Very interesting, isn't it? Nityananda Murti deke. He saw Nityananda. Nityananda Murti deke. Hena aladhara. Chire pake dhari pache yaya vishwambhara. I'm also able to a little bit understand. Nityananda Murti deke. He saw Nityananda. He just like Haladhar, right? And he saw Vishwambar fanning him from behind. Nityananda Murti deke ene Haladhara. Shiri pake dhari pache yaya Vishwambhara. He saw Vishwambar fanning him from behind. 17th verse. Swapne Prabhu hasi koi janila murari amiyena khanishta mane bhuja vichari. The Lord smiled and spoke to him in a dream. Have you understood, Murari? You should consider me what? You should consider me a junior. That's what you should understand. Again, Swapne Prabhu hasi koi. He smiled. Hasi smiled. Swapne Prabhu. That is Swapna means dream. Have you understood? The Lord smiled and spoke to him in what? Dream. Janila Murari Ami Yekanishta Mane Pujaha Vichari. Should consider me a junior. That is what you should consider me as. And then, after that, 18th verse. Swapne tui Prabhuha se Murari dekiya, dui bai Murari re, Gela Shikh aya. The two lords smiled as they looked at Murari in the dream. Who are the two lords? Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After instructing Murari, the two brothers, they disappeared. So in the dream, what did they see? They see that Vishwambar was fanning the Lord, that's Balram. And that was the dream that he saw, Murari Gupta. Chaitanya Pai Gupta Kara Ekradanna Nityananda Bhali Swasa Chadi Ghana Ghana. On awakening, Murari, he began to cry. He sighed deeply again and called out Nityananda, Nityananda. He realized, oh my God, he's such a senior and I didn't bow him first. He began to cry. He began to understand, oh my God, I made a mistake, right? He started regretting from his bottom of the heart, my God, I really made a mistake. What should I do? How do I take care of the situation? That's kind of what he realized during the dream. Again, one important point to note here is that the devotees of the Lord, irrespective of their sleep, if they are awake, they're always in the smaran of the Lord. Nothing but the smaran of the Lord. They're blessed. They're all pure devotees of the Lord. No matter if I take rest, I sleep, I forget who I am. It's not that Lord comes in my dreams and I'm able to relish and understand the Lord even during the times I sleep. But that's what we should hanker for. That's what is pure devotion. There's no mixture of karma, there's no mixture of jnana. This is very important. What is karma? Every day, what we are doing is karma arpanam. At least karma arpanam has been done. We do our karma and then we say, just offer it to the Lord. Sometimes we just perform our karma and not offer it to the Lord. We have to start from somewhere. The duties that we do, we have to offer it to the Lord, slowly elevate, understand, okay, karma is done. We just need pure devotion. That day has to come where desire has to be strong and the faith has to be drida and not kamala. Even without a job, I can survive. Krishna will take care of me. This is faith. I don't need anything but Krishna. That's all. Nothing but Krishna. So slowly we have to, that's why Srila Prabhupada has given us, okay, you have these phases, okay, you go through that phases, and time has to come where you have to cut your ties with everything you have. But even for that to happen, we have to hanker or desire, right? Otherwise, nothing will happen. That's the realization. Anyways, let's move on. Verse number 19. I will slowly end, dear devotees. No worries, in 5 minutes we should be done. Chaitanya Paya Gupta Karaye Kradana Nityananda Bhalishwasha Chade Ghana Gana. On awakening, Murari began to cry. He sighed deeply again and again and called out Nityananda. Very from his heart, he's crying out, dear devotees. That's what Murari Gupta is. He's crying out from his heart. He felt really bad. Oh my God. That's kind of his feeling. Mahashati Murari Guptera Pati Prata Krishna 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 Bhale Hai Chaka Kita Sacha Kita. Murari Gupta's most chaste wife, she became frightened and she called out Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Mahasati Murari Guptera Prati Pativrata. Pativrata is wife. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Bali Hai Sacha Kita. She called out Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Who? Pativrata of Murari. That's the point. Bhada Bhai Nityananda Murari Janiya Chalila Prabhura Sthane Anandita Haya. Realizing that Nityananda was his elder brother, Murari joyfully went to the Lord. What did he do? Vashiyachi Mahaprabhu Kamalaloshana Dakshineshe Nityananda Prashanna Vadana. The lotus-eyed Mahaprabhu was sitting with a brightly smiling Nityananda at his right. Vashiyachi Mahaprabhu Kamalalochana. Kamalalochana is lotus-eyed Mahaprabhu. Dakshineche Nityananda Prasanna Vadana. He was sitting brightly smiling, right? And is brightly smiling Nityananda with Lord was sitting, with lotus-eyed Lord was sitting with whom? With Nityananda who was brightly smiling on his right. Okay, Nityananda Prasanna Vadana, brightly smiling Nityananda. Then 23rd verse. Age Nityanandera Charani Namaskari Pachi Vande Vishwambara Charana Murari. Murari first offered obeisances to whom now? He is offering obeisances to Nityananda. And then Age Nityananda Charani Namaskari. Age Nityananda is coming first. Pache Vande Vishwambara Charana Murari. And then Pache Vande Vishwambara. Then he offered obeisances to Vishwambara, lotus feet of Vishwambara. After he offered obeisances to Nityananda Prabhu. Very nice. Hasi Bhale Vishwambara Murari Yekena Murari Bhalaya Prabhu Layo Elayena. Vishwambara, what did he do? He filed Hasi Bhale Vishwambara. Vishwambara, he smiled and said, Murari Yekena, Murari Yekena. Why did you do this, Murari? Murari Bhalaya Prabhu Layo Yela Yena. Murari, what did he reply? Oh Lord, I have acted according to your instruction. Layo Yela Yena. You told me and I acted according to your instruction. It's very nice, isn't it? And then the 25th verse. Pavana karaneyena sukshetrana chale jivira sakala dharma tora shakti bhale. As the blade of grass is blown in the wind, all living entities, they act on the strength of your potencies. Beautiful commentary by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. Since dry grass is relatively lighter, it is easily blown by the wind. In the same way, the Supreme Lord potencies is the basis for everything and it controls the activities for all living entities. That's the thing. He's the one who's the basis. He's the one who controls everything. He's the controller of this universe. And through his strength and through his potencies, everything acts. There is so much to talk about this verse, but because of the lack of time, we move on. I know it's 9 o'clock already. Let's get this taken care of in 5 minutes. प्रभु भले मुरारी अमर प्रिय तुम्ही अतएव तुम्हारा भंगिला मर्म आमी. Lord said, "Oh Murari, you're very dear to me. Therefore, I have informed you this confidential truth. Prabhu bhale Murari Amara Priya Thumi. Amara Priya, you are very priya to me. You are very dear to me. Therefore, I have informed you of this confidential truth. काहे प्रभु निज तत्व मुरारी स्थाने योगाय तंबूला प्रिय गदाधर वमे. The Lord then described the glories to Murari as the Lord's beloved associate of Gadadhar, the Lord's beloved associate. Gadadhar, what did he do? He offered Lord's beetleness from his left. Okay, that's what happened now. The Lord, he described glories to Murari, and then the associate Gadadhar, he offered Lord betel nuts. That's what he offered. Prabhu bali moradas murari pradana, ete bali charvita tambula kaila dana. Thereafter, the Lord said, Moradasa Murari Pradana. Oh Murari, you know what? You're Pradhan, you're the best of my servants. Saying this, the Lord, what did he give? Very important, dear devotees. Very, very important thing he did. Lord gave Murari his shoot beetle remnants. Imagine, oh my God, such a fortunate devotee, isn't it? Prabhu Bale Moradasa Murari Pradana Eta Bali Charvita Tambula Kaila Dhana. He gave his chewed beetle remnants to Murari. Because why? He's the best of you're the best of my servants, so I'm giving this to you. You know, the remnants of the Lord, such a great thing, and devoting Murari is best of servants, so he deserves it. संभ्रमे मुरारी योद हस्तकारी लाया कया मुरारी महानंदे matahaya. Murari, what did he do? He respectfully accepted those remnants with his two hands. The honoring those remnants, what will happen to him? Of course, he will be in ecstasy, intoxicated with ecstasy now. So what happened, dear devotees? So this is the conclusion of today's set of verses. We are done with the 29th verse for today, where Murari, he accepted the remnants of the Lord in both of his hands, and then he honored those from the Lord, that is the remnants from the Lord. And then after having that, he was intoxicated in ecstasy. What a beautiful conclusion, isn't it? We are always very fortunate to be able to listen to the pastimes of the Lord. And our acharyas are whom we have to be grateful for, be it Prabhupada or Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur or anybody else, or Vishnu Chakravarti Thakura, all of them, they have spent day and night to give us this intoxicated love of Godhead. That's the purpose of this human form of life. With that, we will conclude this session of Chaitanya Bhagavat, chapter 20. All right. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripasindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Kindly pardon me, dear devotees, if I have committed any mistakes. It's due to my own fault. Please pardon me for those mistakes. And thank you, Nitida Sundari Mataji, for giving me this opportunity to help and to help me relish Chaitanya Bhagavat. And because of this opportunity, we take extra time to understand and relish Lord's pastimes. I think preaching is important for your own purification, and that's what I feel every day when I'm given this opportunity to preach. I sincerely appreciate this opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you, dear devotees, again for patiently listening through this and being with me so long in this call. I totally appreciate your time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Danvat Pranam. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Such a beautiful class, such an elaborate, detailed class on talking about various pastimes of Murari Gupta, and then talking about bhakti, how we have to develop our Krishna consciousness. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. Very grateful to you. Devotees, if there are any realizations to share, please go ahead.
Mataji, can I say?
Yes, Kanna, go ahead.
Wait, the Gopika Mataji can go, Mataji.
You go ahead, Radhe beta.
Okay, so Mataji, I really like your class, how you said it. It was good, and how you said all Murari Gupta's pastimes with Nimai. So I have this question. So is Murari Gupta's incarnation Hanuman?
Yes, dear. That's from Krishna Lila. He is Hanuman. And in the future pastimes, we'll be seeing how he is devoted to Lord Ram. That's a future pastime to come. Yes, you're right, Brinda. In this young
Okay.
age, you have developed so much attachment. Oh my God, you're so blessed here. And you got
Um,
it right.
and
Mhm.
I like the pastime where um Nimai was imitating Murari Gupta, and then what happened at lunchtime. It was like so funny. I like that pastime, and I like
Mhm.
the other dream pastime,
Mhm.
and it was really good. Thank you,
Oh,
Mataji.
thank you, dear Bala Vrinda. You're so such a blessed devotee at this young age. All glories to your mom and dad for bringing you up so nicely.
हरे कृष्णा जी कस्तूरी राधिका कस्तूरी गोपी कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम शिल प्रभुपाद शिल गुरुदेव श्री राधा गोपीनाथ की जय श्योर
Jai.
श्योर श्योर माता जी बाई मुरारी गुप्ता मर्सी एंड बाई श्री चैतन्य भागवत श्री चैतन्य चरणामृत श्री वृंदावन श्री भागवतम श्रीधाम वृंदावन धाम मर्सी बाई मर्सी और भक्ति देवी तुलसी महारानी ने और वैष्णव की कृपा से आप जरूर वृंदावन धाम जाएंगे
Oh,
माता जी।
thank you, Mata.
जहाँ पे भी कृष्ण कथा होती है श्री श्री चैतन्य भागवत श्री भागवत गीता श्री भागवतम वहां पे श्रीधाम वृंदावन धाम है। तो आप
Raj.
कभी ना ये सोचे कि मैं एटलांटा में हूँ, आप कैलिफोर्निया में कहीं भी है। जब हम वैष्णव के एसोसिएशन में होते तभी वो श्रीधाम वृंदावन में अभी हम गए थे तो देखा इट्स बिकम फॉर माय हस्बैंड आइज इट्स बिकम सो कॉमर्शलाइज। बट राधारनी मर्सी माता जी भी एंटर इन श्री भांडीर वन जहाँ पे ब्रह्मा जी ने वो श्रीमती श्री श्री राधा रानी और लॉर्ड कृष्ण की शादी हुई थी और जहाँ पे पूरा मतलब जो श्रीराम वृंदावन धाम की जो पोटेंसी है जहाँ पे बहुत सारे मोर कुटीर है श्रीमती श्री श्री वृंदा देवी कुंड श्रीमती श्री श्री वृंदा कुंड। सो माता जी बाय द मर्सी ऑफ श्रीमती श्री श्री राधा रानी वृंदावन धाम वासी हमें ये सब जगह पे लेके गए। तो जरूर माता जी एक चीज है कि माता जी हमारी प्रेयर थी कि हम फैमिली के साथ वृंदावन धाम जाए। तो जो महाराज के साथ जाते हैं तो वी गेट अप 3:30 एंड थ्रू 2:30 क्योंकि सीनियर वैष्णव को स्नान करना होता है। एंड वो सुबह 2:30 से लेके रात को 11:45 का कृष्ण कथा होती है। पर थकान नहीं होती है धाम में, इतना चलना होता है। पर जब फैमिली के साथ जाते हैं तो एक लिमिटेशन, जल्दी करो एक लिमिटेशन आ जाता है। बट स्टिल एक बहुत खुशी होती है कि मेरे बच्चे और मेरे हस्बैंड धाम में एंटर हुए। And Drashti has to work because IT people nowadays it's too difficult for them. तो 2 वीक की ही छुट्टी थी तो सी इज इन वृंदावन धाम एंड सी इज वर्किंग फ्रॉम 7:30 to 3 o'clock. तो सी इज नॉट एबल टू कम इन अ मंगला आरती. So my husband and my younger daughter, they not coming regular in the temple. They taking the मंगला आरती श्री श्री राधा श्याम सुंदर. So माता जी कहाँ जो भक्ति के बीज हमारे रोपे हुए हैं आपने जो दोनों बच्चों में, वो कभी उठ के फ्लावर और फूल हो जाएंगे ना, वो पता नहीं चलता है। जिम्मेदारी कभी खत्म नहीं होने वाली है माता जी। बच्चे जब 50 साल के भी हो जाएंगे 30, 40, दे आर किड्स, 5 years किड्स फॉर अस। पर हमें ये जिम्मेदारी से राधा रानी को बोलना है कि एटलीस्ट 3-4 वीक श्री धाम वृंदावन धाम श्री श्री मायापुर धाम यात्रा में माता जी वो डिफरेंस ही अलग होता है। वो एसोसिएशन में हम इतना कुछ लर्न करते हैं वैष्णव के पास कि हमारे अंदर ही अनर्थ है। रावण तो सब जगह पे हर गली गली है पर हमारे हृदय में भी रावण है। तो वो अनर्थ कब निकलते जब हम वैष्णव के संग में रहते और वो कैसे मतलब डे टू डे लाइफ में फॉलो करते इंस्ट्रक्शन। और महाराज की जो वाणी होती है जयपताका का महाराज, राधानाथ महाराज, सच्चिदानंदन महाराज, गिरिराज महाराज, जो इंद्रधनु महाराज का जो एसोसिएशन होता है माता जी, आपकी आंखों में से अश्रुधारा बहेगी। तो श्योर श्योर माता जी बाई तो मर्सी ऑफ ऑल वैष्णव यू एंटर इन श्रीधाम वृंदावन धाम। जो भी सेवा मिलती है प्रीचिंग की, कुकिंग की, मैं नो नो नो, व्हेन आई डाई देन ओनली भक्ति विल स्टार्ट। जब हमारे अंदर से अहंकार मिटेगा तभी भक्ति। मैंने देखा है माता जी ब्राह्मण इंस्टीट्यूट Vaishnava are laughing in front of all Vaishnava and they are insulting us फ्रंट ऑफ अस। क्यों? क्योंकि अगले जन्म में मैंने उनको ऐसा बिहेव किया था। ये समझना बहुत जरूरी है माता जी। श्रील प्रभुपाद श्रील गुरुदेव की जय, कोटि कोटि दंडवत प्रणाम। मुरारी गुप्ता की जय। बहुत आनंद आया, बहुत आनंद आया। जय जय नित्यानंद, जय जय गौरांगा। जैसे लाइव मर्सी हो रही है महाराज की जय, बतक महाराज की, राधानाथ महाराज की आप पे। जरूर जरूर आप श्री राम वृंदावन धाम यही साल कार्तिक महीने में एंटर होंगे। वैष्णव की प्रेयर में बहुत ताकत होती है माता जी। दंडवत प्रणाम। जय श्री प्रभुपाद।
Your prayers will be heartfelt, Mataji. I'm blessed. I'm blessed through that. It's just that my desire is not sincere yet. That's all it is. But I'm sincerely hoping that I'm able to visit the Dhams and get all your the devotees association, be able to truly see how the pastimes have revealed in Vrindavan Dham or Mayapur Dham. So definitely, Mataji. And you always summarize everything in a heartfelt way, with a loving way. Not only now, but from day one, I've been seeing you such an inspiring devotee, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
जरूर माता जी आप वृंदावन धाम जाएंगे। बचपन में माँ बाबा के साथ हर साल वृंदावन धाम गए, पर जो आनंद वैष्णव के साथ आया, माँ बाबा भी वैष्णव थे। दे आर फॉलोइंग वल्लभाचार्य, श्रीमती श्री यमुना महारानी, वो खुद कथा करते थे। पर जब महाराज के पास वाणी सुनते हैं ना माता जी, हम वो लीला में एंटर हो पाते। क्वालिफिकेशन तो वृंदावन धाम में एंटर होने का भी नहीं है, पर महाराज की वाणी में वो पोटेंसी है। तो मैंने तो बस वही समझा है कि मुझे कार्तिक महीने में महाराज के साथ वृंदावन धाम, भले ही वो जय पताका महाराज है, जय पताका महाराज, राधानाथ महाराज और लिली परिक्रमा, दैट इज चल के परिक्रमा करना। आई फॉरगॉट द नेम ऑफ दैट महाराज। जय पताका महाराज के यंगर ब्रदर है, तो उनके साथ चल के परिक्रमा करनी है। ये पैर तो चलते नहीं है माता जी, पर वैष्णव की कृपा से चल के हो जाएगी परिक्रमा।
चलते।
कोटि कोटि
हाँ,
दंडवत
हाँ।
प्रणाम।
वैष्णवी कमर्सी में सब हो जाता है। थैंक यू Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. So Mataji, if there are no more realizations, Kirtida Mataji is unable to unmute herself, but she was definitely thanking you, Mataji, also for the call. And with your permission, I will offer obeisances to all the assembled devotees. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhobhya cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. श्री चैतन्य भागवत की जय, श्रीला वृंदावन दास ठाकुर की जय, श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय, राधिका कस्तूरी
श्री माता जी की जय।
हरे
हरे
माता जी।
दैट महाराज नेम इज भक्ति
Enlightenment.
पुरुषोत्तम महाराज।
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा। कोटि कोटि
हरे
दंडवत
कृष्ण।
प्रणाम।